Good morning everyone. Welcome to the class once again. As you all know, we have already completed chapter number 22 that was related to World Trade Organization, and we have completed that chapter in one session only. Here today we are going to discuss about chapter number 23, and this chapter number 23 and 24 deals with insurance. So this is the, you can say, the last unit that we are going to do. In this little bit the topics are deducted. So please take your book and mark the topics which is according to the current syllabus. So in the book you can come to page number 471. And on this page, chapter number 23 is given. In this, business, risk and insurance, the name of the chapter is given. So here, the very first part of this chapter, that is business risk, that has been deducted. You don't have to discuss anything, you don't have to read anything related to business risk. That is, what are the business risks, what are the causes of business risks and all that. Types of business risks, insurable and non-insurable business risks, all these have been deducted, and even the distinction between insurable and non-insurable risk, please put across just the beginning of this chapter. You don't have to do, that is business risk. Causes of business risk, please put across. Then all the different causes, external, economic causes, government policies and all you please put across. Then insurable and non-insurable risk, that also it is not there in the syllabus, current syllabus. Then distinction between insurable and non-insurable risk, that is also deducted. Now you will start from this chapter from the part that is meaning of insurance. Meaning of insurance, it is there in the syllabus, that you will do meaning of insurance. Then objectives and purpose of insurance, this is there in the syllabus, and the principles of insurance, that also we will do from this chapter. All the principles of insurance, it's there in the syllabus. And the last topic in this chapter, that is reinsurance and double insurance, that is also there in the syllabus, we will do. Then advantages of insurance, please put across. We will not do this topic because it is not there in the syllabus. So I hope it is clear from this chapter, chapter number 23, what are the topics that will be covered. Once again I am repeating, reinsurance and double insurance we will do. Then principles of insurance, all we will do. Objectives and purpose of insurance and meaning of insurance. Rest, everything is deducted from this syllabus. Insurable interest, non-insurable risks, all that has been deducted. Business risk, types of business risks, all that is deducted from the current syllabus. So I think that is clear to everybody. So all these things only we are going to discuss from this chapter number 23. So let us begin with the first part of this chapter, that is the meaning of, that is insurance. So before coming up to this topic, that is insurance, first of all we should understand that what is business risk. That is why it was given. The very first thing, unless and until you understand that for what insurance is taken, why we take insurance. Okay, so there are certain types of risk, and here we are talking about mainly business insurance. Here we are talking about business insurance. In the next chapter we will discuss about different types of insurance, and there we are going to discuss in detail. Here we are going to talk about the business insurance, how business organizations they take the insurance policy and why do they take the insurance policy. So here there are different types of risks which are faced by the business. Risk means that is the risk of uncertainty that can arise in the near future. Uncertainty or loss which can arise in the near future. There are certain risks that the business can assume. They can make provisions for that, like loss by theft, fire, provision that is loss of bad debts and all, that is, you can say, known risk which can arise in the near future, for which the business concerns they can make a provision. So these are the different types of risk, like loss of theft, loss of fire, loss by fire, then that is loss of bad debts that can arise. Bad debts you all must be understanding, you all must have done. When the debtors, they are not able to pay the dues, that is called as loss of, that is bad debts. They are not able to make the payment in the near future on the due date, the debtors. So that is converted into a bad debt. So that type of loss is also faced by the business concerns. Then there are many other losses also, like natural calamities like earthquake, flood, famine, like that. The loss of, that is the death, ill health of the proprietor. So all these kinds of risks are also which the business has to face. So here the insurance company, they provide, you can say, that is, they indemnify the loss. They indemnify the loss means they try to compensate the loss. They cannot prevent the happening of the event, but they can provide a comfort to a person, to a business concern, to some extent. They cannot prevent the happening, loss of theft, loss by fire, and all these sea perils, loss. So all these cannot be prevented by the insurance company, but yes, they can compensate the loss to some extent. Now, this compensation, how that will be provided, what type of agreement is there, why there is an agreement is between two parties. So what are those two parties? So all that we are going to study in the insurance, that is the first part, and in the meaning of insurance we will study about these things. See, insurance is a contract between two parties. And these two parties are, number one, that is insurer, and number two, that is insured. Now you have to understand the meaning of these two parties. Now who are called as insured and who all are called as insurer? Here this insurer is the insurance company. Insurance company who promises to compensate the loss. This insurance company promises to compensate loss. Okay? This insured is the business concerns or an individual. Either individual can be there or business concerns can be there. They are called as insured. Who takes the insurance? Here insured means who takes the insurance policy. So insured is a person who takes the insurance policy, and here insurer who gives the insurance, who promises to compensate the loss. This insurer is a person who promises to compensate for the loss, and insured is a person who takes the insurance policy. This insured is also called as policy holder. Okay, so I think now it is clear who is insured and who is insurer. Insurer will be the business, that is the insurance company who gives the insurance, who promises to compensate the loss. Insured is a person who takes the insurance policy. He can be the individual also, or the business concerns can also be there. Then insured is also called as the policy holder. So I think it is clear. Now, how the terms and conditions takes place. There is in the procedure of insurance, there is a contract. A contract takes place, or there is an agreement between the insurer and the insured. There is a contract or agreement between the insurer and the insured. Here there is a contract or agreement between the insurer and the insured. Means there is a contract or an agreement between the insurance company and the business concerns, where the business concerns, they want that the risk of loss, that is, or the uncertainty, that is to be compensated by the insurance company. So different types of insurance facilities are there, like loss by theft, loss by fire, all these. There are different types, and all these come under the general insurance. So it depends that what type of loss, that is for which the agreement has been made. So the agreement can be made for loss by theft, loss by fire. Marine insurance can also be taken. If, like importers and exporters, they take the marine insurance to avoid the loss that can occur due to sea perils and all. So for that also, all these type of insurances are taken. Fidelity insurance, like if any problem arises due to the employees, those who are working in the organization, to compensate the loss because of that. So different types of insurance agreement and contract can be there between the insurance company as well as the business concerns. So the business concerns wants that their loss should be compensated by the insurance company. For that, they enter into an agreement with the insurance company, and in return, what they give, they have to give, means who, that is they, that is the business concerns, they have to give the insurance premium in return, in consideration, means what they have to give. This insurance company is going to compensate the loss, then this business concern, they will have to pay the premium. They will have to pay the premium for compensating the loss. Premium consideration will be premium. And this premium can be paid monthly, it can be paid quarterly, half yearly, as well as annually. It can be paid as annually. So all these facilities are available, that the insurer and the insured, they can enter into an agreement with each other, where the insurer promises to compensate the loss which will occur in the business concerns, and in return the business concerns, means the insured, will pay the premium, and that premium can be paid monthly, quarterly, half yearly or annually, it can be paid. So this is about the meaning of insurance. Now you can take out your book and you can see that in the book it is mentioned there are different definitions. So you see, if meaning is asked, you can write different definitions. Any one definition you can write, but if you are not confirmed with the name of the writer, please don't write it, because many times you write the name of the writer, and if the name of the writer will be wrong, you'll get 0. So either you can write the definition, but if you are writing the definition, you have to write to the point. You cannot change the word and you cannot write it in your own words. Or you can use your own words, keeping in mind the keywords, and you can write the definition. So you can write the definition that insurance is a contract or agreement between the two parties, that is the insured and the insurer, where the insured pays a consideration that is called as premium annually, 6 monthly, or that is quarterly or monthly, can be paid by the insured to the insurance company in order to compensate the loss. So the insurance company that is going to compensate the loss. So this you can write, these are the keywords, means contract and agreement, that is the keyword, it should be there in the meaning of insurance. Then compensating the loss, it should be there. The word insured and insurer should be there, and insurance premium word should be there. That is the consideration which is paid by the insurance company or that is insured, business concerns or the insured, to the insurance company. So these are the keywords. Using these keywords you can make your own sentences and you can write the definition or meaning of the insurance. As well as it is also given in your book, different definitions. You can see different definitions are given. The first definition is given by Justice Tyndall. He has written as insurance is a contract in which a sum of money is paid by the assured. Assured means the insurance, that is the business concerns, in consideration of insurers incurring the risk of paying a large sum upon a given contingency. So you can see that these are all the keywords are there in this also. It is a contract or agreement between the insured and the insurer, and in that the insured agrees to pay the certain sum of money as a consideration, and that will be called as the insurance premium to the insurance company, that is the insurer, for compensating the huge loss. So this is about, in all other definitions also you can read, but the keywords should be there. There are certain characteristics of insurance company, and these characteristics, it is not directly asked, but if you will read, it will be better for you. Insurance is a contract between two parties, that is the insured and the insurer. One party agrees to pay the premium in lump sum or in installment at the periodical intervals. The other party undertakes to compensate the insured against the loss up to a specified limit. That is, the other party means the insurance company. It is a contract of indemnity, means to compensate the loss. It covers the risk of uncertain event in future. It is based on the principle of cooperation, whereby one person's loss is shared by many persons. It is a social device for spreading the risk over the large number of persons. They contribute to the common fund. The common fund is used to pay the amount of loss to insured who have actually suffered the loss. So though directly these characteristics are not asked in the syllabus, but it will be better for you if you read all these characteristics. All we have read, because all that will be taken up in the meaning of insurance. So I hope that this meaning of insurance is clear to everybody. Over here we have read about all these meaning of insurance. Now I think this part is clear. Now one more part is left over here, that is purpose of insurance. In this purpose of insurance, why the business concerns, they have to take the insurance policy. So there is a purpose for that. Insurance company aims at indemnifying against loss. Here there are different types of loss, that is, or risk that is faced by the business concerns. So business concerns want to just get away, and they don't want to just too much dependence on all those certain, because they want to concentrate on other areas, which is those that are called as core areas. So they are more concerned with those core areas, so they want to concentrate in that core areas, because you know the business conditions, every time the changes takes place in the external business environment. So they have to plan the strategies, they have to change the strategies, scan the business environment every now and then. So they want to concentrate in those areas, and they want to just shift this risk to another agency that is called as insurance company. So they will be free from all these, because they know that they have taken the insurance policy, so they will be free from that part, and they shift that risk to the insurance company. So here the insurance company aims at indemnifying against the loss. Means indemnifying means this word indemnifying means compensating loss. Means compensating loss. That is compensating loss. So here the insurance company covers the risk of the business concerns, and the business concerns, they are free from all these types of risks which is undertaken by the insurance company, and they know that if any type of loss that will be covered, that will be incurred in the near future, that will be compensated by the insurance company. And they are free, and they concentrate on the core areas, and they try to plan different strategies. Now the second part is business firm or a person can protect himself from uncertain event. The business firms or a person or an individual, they can protect themselves from uncertain event. You see, these events, it cannot be prevented. You cannot stop the happening of these events. The risk, of course, if the risk is loss of bad debts, loss by fire, loss by theft, these can occur in the business organization. So these things cannot be prevented. They are uncertain. They may occur. But to some extent, it can be, the loss can be compensated. So here the insurance company is there to compensate these loss and cover the risk. So this is about the second purpose of insurance. Then the third is it provides a sense of social security. Of course, it is providing a sense of social security because it is covering the business, the insurance company, it is covering the risk of loss, and the business concerns, they are free and they can utilize their time, their precious time in planning the different strategies, and all the risks and uncertainties that occur in the business organization, that is shifted to the insurance company. So that is, they are providing a sense of social security also. The business concerns, they are free. Then the fourth is the burden of loss is shared by the several persons. Here the burden of loss is shared by the several persons, because the people, those who take the insurance policies, they are paying the insurance premium. So how the insurance company will compensate these different types of different people. They want to get their loss covered by the insurance company. For that, they take the insurance policy and they pay the premium, and together this premium will be the amount that will be with the insurance company, and the insurance company, that these amount are the big amount that will help the insurance company to compensate the loss. Then the burden of loss is shared by, the fifth one is it helps in expansion and growth of commerce and industry. See, because of the loss, the business concerns, they did not want to enter to the business, to these industrial sectors, because it is very risky to establish these types of businesses and cover and undertake all these types of risk, because the more business concerns, the risk will also be bigger. But these insurance companies, as they are developed and they are established and they are ready to cover the huge loss or risk of the business concerns, that has given more and more encouragement to the business concerns and the industries, and there is a lot of expansion and growth of these business concerns just because of this insurance company, because they help in covering the loss, the big loss, the huge loss of the business concerns. Then businessmen can shift the risk of loss with the help of insurance. So of course the businessmen can shift the risk of loss with the help of insurance. Whatever the loss, that is loss by theft, loss by fire, ill health of the proprietor, loss due to death or the ill health of the proprietor, loss by earthquake, flood, famine, and all these natural causes are also there. So all these risks that is undertaken by the business concern, which can be shifted to the insurance company, and the insurance company is ready to compensate the loss. So you can see what is the purpose of the insurance. So here today we have covered two topics, that is the meaning of insurance and purpose of insurance. So I hope these two topics are absolutely clear to you. See, this is also a topic, though you have heard the meaning of insurance, you have heard the word insurance, but to write with the keywords, that is very necessary that you use all these keywords. Like in insurance, again I am repeating, the insurer and the insured word should be there. Okay? Or either you use the definitions which are given over there. But if you are writing in your own words, this insured and insured word should be there. It means it is a contract or an agreement between the insured or the insured and the insurer, that is the insurance company and the business concerns, where the business concerns is ready to pay the consideration as the premium that is paid, that is called as insurance premium, so that their loss can be compensated, their huge loss, the big amount can be compensated by the insurance company, that is the insurer. And they have the facility to pay the premium, that is they can pay annually also, 6 monthly also, quarterly also, and monthly also. So this is about the insurance company. This is about all the purpose of insurance, why the business concerns they should take the insurance, and of course that is it is providing, this insurance company, they are compensating the loss, huge loss of the business concerns, which is giving encouragement, more and encouragement to the business concerns, and we can see that there is a development and growth and expansion of more and more this commerce and industry. So we have read about this purpose also and insurance also, meaning please read it out. If there will be any problem, we can discuss all those things in the class. Thank you.